Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a very long requested video. Now, not so long ago actually, I made a build video showcasing what I run with my medium and light setup, and then the PvP update hit in New World with all new drops, PvP tracks, whatever, and my gear is very much different now. And also, I do run quite a lot of different things in Wars right now, so it is time to do this updated build video. Now, just to really quickly jump into it, let's just take a look at my skill trees, just so I don't forget. And this is the skill tree that I run at the moment in Wars almost all the time. However, there are ways where you can do stuff differently. For example, I'll just show you this picture. This is a really good picture that I don't think it's bad to share. If you're running Charge, use this page, okay? If you're running Reap, you're using the page I'm using. If you're running Whirlwind, definitely you need Fortifying Whirlwind. If you do that, you're running this page, mainly if you're a heavy bruiser. However, this video is going to be mainly focusing on a light/medium bruiser build that you see in my war videos, that you see on the streams, right? And this is what I run. This is my Greataxe, and this is my Warhammer. Not a lot of difference to it. Sometimes I run Armor Breaker, but what can I say? I'm a bit of a stat padder, so with Armor Breaker, you're always gonna have, lower scores. But if you're interested in the Armor Breaker page, it would look something like this. So for the Armor Breaker, you basically would just not be running this, and you need Armor Breaker, Flatten, and Shockwave, okay? And take all these little small passives. They are pretty much best ones you can take. So those are gonna be your like two go-to trees. You can mix and match whatever you prefer. Like if you're a Charge player, run Charge. If you're Whirlwind, run Whirlwind. When it comes to Warhammer, it's gonna be either this or Leeching Path of Destiny. Those are your only two options, okay? And now that we have this out of the way, we're gonna quickly start talking about the gear. The gear that I run, what everyone's interested in, and the attributes that I go for. Obviously, this is going to be a bit scuffed right now because I need to like respec if I change it, but I always look to get 300 strength exactly and 210 constitution. Even if I'm light, I do 210 con. Even if I'm medium, I do 210 con. So at the moment, I'll firstly show you my medium gear. This is the gear I will be running wars with these exact gems at the moment. On my light setup, I mix and match my gems a little bit differently. But at the moment, this is what I'm running, and I'm even running these exact gems in my weapons, and I'll explain the thought process behind it as well. So, first of all, we have a refreshing move, Thwarting Strikes Greataxe. This is a must if you're a bruiser. The refreshing move is so important because most of the times you're going to be looking for the clumps, you're going to be looking for, getting those cooldowns back as soon as possible. The updates to this would literally be adding anything on top of the refreshing move and thwarting strikes. If you can get a Greataxe with refreshing move, thwarting strikes, and the perk you actually use, the next patch that is going to be probably this Greataxe for you to use. Alright, and when it comes to Warhammer, the standard Blackguard's Warhammer, it has skin, it has thwarting strikes, it has skinly empowered, everything you want from in a hammer. And you also have a screaming neighbors, but hopefully that doesn't pick it up anyways. Now let's talk about the gem. Why am I using the Sapphire gem and not Malachite? Malachite would increase my damage for 12%, for example. People are really good at min-maxing their defensives, their gear defensives at this point in New World. So nobody will ever grab resistance from Arcane. Why would you grab a resistance from Arcane anywhere when there is no Arcane weapons? And that is why, for this meta in particular, when everyone's like stacking like Onyxes, Fire Gems, shit, even like Malachites, whatever it is, right? Stuff like this, or like an Ember, or like something like that is going to be really useful on a Warhammer because it's going to just give you that much extra damage that the Malachite, for example, wouldn't give you. Alright, so run either this or Ember, for example. I don't know which other ones are out there, but yeah. And then for the Greataxe, this is the one you're going to be attacking all the time with. We're tossing on an Ice Gem for this one. And you might be like, why not Sapphire? Well, it's simple, right? You're going to be using this all the time. You're going to be auto-attacking with Greataxe all the time. And if you fight in your friendly ice showers or ice storms, you're going to be getting extra damage, and quite a lot of extra damage because of your teammates. So it's gonna feel amazing. You gotta try out this setup, and you'll see like you just deal so much more damage in a war that you otherwise just wouldn't get with, for example, something like an Opal. Right? Especially since people run Malachites right now. So that's the thought process behind the weapons. And now let's take a look at my gear. Now, it's safe to say my gear, you probably won't be able to realistically achieve it it's hard to get like a beast medium gear. It costs you millions, okay? But ideally, a beast medium gear would look like a resilient, shirking fortification, and the perk of your choice. If you could get a leeching POD, enfeebling maelstrom, insatiable gravity well, shockwave, and let's say reap, right? And you would have all of that with shirking fortifications and resilient. Yeah, you would be an absolute god, but that is not going to happen. So you want to make sure you prioritize getting the insatiable gravity well and the sundering shockwave. Those are the two perks you absolutely need on your light and medium setups. And once you have those, you can start adding up. The next best one is going to be Leeching Path of Destiny if you run it. I personally don't have it at the moment because I prefer just having an extra shirking fortification over it. But if you can, you can change that out with Leeching POD. But let's just quickly take a look at what I have. So Shirking Fortification Resi Heavy Helm, Shirking Fortification Resi Heavy Chestplate. Then we have a Beast Piece, Shirking Fortification Resi Reap on the glove. And then we have a Beast Piece on the legs, on the boots as well. Shirking Fortification, Sundering Shockwave, and Resi here. And obviously for the light legs, we're just using Resi with Insatiable Gravity Well. Alright, so this is going to be the medium setup. As you can see, I have Insatiable and Shockwave. And then for the little bonus, we're also having the Reap here, which is very nice, okay? And then when it comes to your jewelry, you're going to be getting your Smooth Bone Ring from your Lazarus runs. You're going to get your Doomschance from your Genesis runs. And then this ring, you have to get it. Amulet. You have to get it. This is going to be your base amulet for every single build in the game at the moment for PvP. And the way you get this is you do the PvP tracks, so you either do wars, arenas, OPRs, you kill people, whatever. Eventually you see it right here, Champion's Amulet, you're gonna get it, it's gonna be absolutely crazy. I've gotten it like 5 times over. It's not that rare, depends on how lucky you are. You will always get it on the second checkpoint though. So make sure you grind out the Champion's Amulet, it's gonna be the best amulet for a very long time to come. Alright, well, now that that is out of the way, that's going to be my medium setup. Everything you need to know about it, it's right in front of you. And let's talk about the gems. 2 fire gems, you might be like, why? Blunderbuss is the main source of you getting 1 hit. So, combine basically 3 onyxes. This is almost like an onyx. It's a malachite, it's whatever. It's the same thing. Think of it 4 onyx. 2 rubies, because burst from Blunderbuss is fire damage. We have 1 ice gem, just for... the people that are utilizing the ice gems, I negate a lot of that power from them. And people that are smart will be using ice gem at the moment. And then we also have one of the moonstones, which you can see slash damage absorption. Very good versus, a lot of Greataxe meta, basically. Alright, so that pretty much does it. 2 fire against Blunderbuss, 4 onyx against Blunderbuss, and ice and moonstone against the Greataxe auto-attack spams. Okay, and that is it. That is going to be my medium setup. Now, for my light setup, things do get a little bit different. I would used to run a light setup that would just have a medium body and everything else would be light. But I soon came to a realization that my medium pieces are really fucking insane. So because of that, I just utilize these 2 immediately, okay? We have the Shirking Fortification Resi Reap on gloves, Shirking Fortification Resi Shockwave on boots. Now, when you're playing light, you have this amazing thing called Shirking Energy on legs. So, automatically, Shirking Energy plus Insatiable Gravity legs on the legs. And if you read what the Shirking Energy does, it basically keeps giving you stamina. Like, it's so crazy. You're gonna be dodging and using like 10 stamina for dodge, or what is it, like 21, whatever. Very low amount of stamina for dodges. So you're gonna be able to just spam dodges, get out of the situations, look to pot up, re-engage, and have dodges available again. Alright? And then when it comes to these 2 pieces, yes, you could go and spend 100k on the market for Shirking Fortification, Resilient, Light pieces, right? But instead, you can just be satisfied with the Refreshing, Resilient, and Shirking heals that you can get completely for free from the PvP tracker. So the Solemn Cowl and the Darix, 2 amazing pieces. And if you can see, I also used to have the gloves right here, and I used to mix and match these a lot. But let's say your gear would be a little bit worse, right? So if your gear was a little bit worse, what I also did was I was still using this glove. Let's say I didn't have these boots yet, okay? I would still use these gloves, and then it would be like, okay, if I have medium this and I want to get maximum out of medium, I can also have medium legs. So you can have medium gloves and legs, or medium boots and legs, or medium body and everything else light. Okay, so those are your best options. So let's see if we have any medium legs right here. I should have some of them. There it is. So Shirking Energy Shockwave legs. And these ones were basically very cheap on the market. I think I paid like 500 for this. That's the thing. Nobody uses medium legs at all. So if you find some really good medium legs on the market, try to mix them with a really good medium glove or boots. And for example, then my boots would just be Insatiable Grav 1. You know, this would be my light build beforehand. But just to show you, like, let's say if I put light on here, right? Light on here, and then the boots, let's say if we were to put these boots, we would still be light. You see, I can go medium boots, medium legs, and I'm still light. But what I actually run at the moment is a little bit suboptimal. It's not as good, like, statistics-wise as it could be, but I'm basically running this, okay? And obviously the legs that I need to find, which are these ones. This is my light setup when I run it. However, at the moment, I'm mainly prioritizing the medium setup because it is absolutely amazing. And this showcases pretty much my entire build for wars, OPRs, whatever. There are obviously ways where you can take it differently, and you can go like Bloodlust with Charge, Reap, and Gravity Well, and change your playstyle where you're more of a like hunter for like healers, squishes, whatever. But through literally hundreds of wars, this is the page I've actually grew to love. You can stack up Mauler's Fury so fast, and you get like 30% extra damage. It is crazy good. Okay. Yeah, I mean that is pretty much it for the video. I'm gonna keep it fairly short. If I forgot something, check the top of the description, check the top of the comments. I will leave it there. But very quickly, Greataxe page, boom. Warhammer page, boom. Attributes wise, always go 210 on the con and 300 on the strength. And yeah, that is pretty much it. When it comes to consumables, I always use health potion, cleansing potion, regen potion, and gemstone dusts. And that is it. And when it comes to light gems, I usually just stack it full onyx. I would change this gem around and just have full onyx because I realistically, yeah, I just died to fucking blunderbuss or muskets really. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice, short, simple. Hopefully I help some of you out. If I help any one of you out, leave me a comment, okay? It helps. Leave me a like, whatever it is. Check out my streams. I stream every single day. We do a lot of wars. It's gonna be fun. All right. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Check the top of the description for screenshots, and I'll catch you on another stream or another video. Have a good one, and bye bye. See ya.